Manchester United versus Liverpool. That's the big match live from Old Trafford. Next on YTV.
The name's Joe Jones, I'm a fussy so-and-so. Guess that's why they call me Just So.
Just So Jones.
My car's got to have plenty of go.
Go, man, go.
What a girl's got to have is...
Hello, hello, hello.
But give me any kind of crisp.
You won't make a racket.
Just so long as it says...
Walkers on the packet.
That just cooked taste. Take it away, fellas. Don't you insist on Walker's crisps? All together now. Tradition tells of a Pils lager and of a silent message of a timeless word. His quest is that lager, the lager of Lamont. For a strong Pils with a taste beyond time, smooth beyond dreams. Seek out the lager of Lamont.
The Time Talking Tutor Robot.
How many are there? You're right.
Talking Tutor Robot tells kids when they're right or wrong.
What pictures go together? Try again.
Time fun goes on and on.
You're right.
Over 18, unemployed 6 months.
The job training scheme? You're joking.
And what have you got to lose?
Self-respect.
You won't get pushed into some dead-end job. What have you got to lose?
Peace. What if I can't stand it?
Give it a try. What have you got to lose?
Money.
You still get your dole. So what have you got to lose?
Future. It's not a real job.
But it's real experience with an employer and a chance to get better qualified. Ring free on 0800 400 402 or drop into the job centre and get your foot in the door. What have you got to lose? Nothing. Not even 10p.
I've got it gone, that's Wrigley Spearman gone. For me it's the chew, it's my number one. Oh, minty through and through it. It tastes so great, you just love to chew it. Wrigley Spearman gone. Cool fresh taste, share it with someone. Oh, minty through and through it. Tastes so great, you just love to chew it. Tastes so great, you just love to chew it.
Debbie, phone. Debbie!
Look, the moldings. I see. Just putting you through.
Hello, Walton here. Yeah. 20,000. Pardon? Sure, no problem. Okay, I'll be in touch. Barclays? Robert Edwards, please. Bob, it's Richard. I need to talk to you about a loan for a new machine. Can you come over?
Barclays. For anything from a flexible business loan to a commercial mortgage, talk to us.
Great. When you need the money, just let us know.
About to begin on Channel 4, a charming film from Italy, Miracle in Milan. Here on YTV now, it's the big match, live from Old Trafford.
It's a sellout at Old Trafford, and with every justification too. Manchester United against Liverpool, the possibles against the probables. Liverpool undefeated in the league so far, having spent £5 million since they were last here. A man of distinction and a real big spender. With enviable resources, Liverpool's Kenny Dalglish has fashioned a side in his own image, a cunning mixture of sophistication and flamboyance. It's a little over 12 months since Alex Ferguson's career with Manchester United began modestly at Oxford's Manor Ground. His progress will be measured today. And like his predecessor Ron Atkinson, Ferguson has been reluctant or unable to compete at Liverpool's level in the transfer market. The same fans that greeted Brian Robson's £1.7 million signing 6 years ago can't understand it, especially as Atkinson balanced the books. It's left the way clear for Dalglish to monopolise the quality market. Even at £900,000, John Barnes is looking a bargain, and at long last an integral member of the England team. Barnes with a shot! And we're two ahead! And Peter Beardsley, the man United inexplicably gave away, is being forced to realise that only international class performances are sacrosanct at Anfield. Ferguson's biggest coup was to persuade Brian McClair that his future lay at Old Trafford, where at 22 years of age, Norman Whiteside's competitive edge is so often a vital factor. Norman Whiteside, one of 15 players on international duty during the week who are involved today. And here's another, our guest this afternoon, Gary Lineker. And really, what an atmosphere, Gary.
It's really charged up. It looks like a full house, and I'm sure they're going to see a terrific game this afternoon.
Now, it really has been a marvellous week for English football already. This is a fitting climax to that week, isn't it?
It's been a tremendous week for British football, and I'm sure with two teams of the quality of these two, with so many internationals in, that this will live up to the rest of the week.
I think we saw when the two teams ran past us just moments ago, the determination in Brian Robson and his team, possibly even more so than Liverpool. It means so much to them.
That's right, Brian went straight by and ignored me.
I know.
But yes, the Liverpool lads are a little bit more relaxed, but they're in a position to be a little bit more relaxed. It's a big game for United, but the record over the years has gone with United, and I'm going to go with them today.
Right, Gary, we'll talk at half-time and at full-time. But Alice joined our commentary team, who've also returned from international duty during the week, Ian St John and Brian Moore.
Half-time then, we shall get the news in a moment of Gary Lineker. The half-time score is Manchester United 0, Liverpool 1.
From the land that gave us poetry, paparazzi, pasta, Roman noses and the roaming of Columbus. From the land of marble and masterpieces, Puccini, gelati, a new craze in clothes, a new race of cars. From the land where man was born comes Tuscany, the new fragrance for men, created in Italy for Aramis, now available at Binns, Rackham's and House of Fraser, Sheffield.
Debbie, phone. Debbie!
Water mouldings. I see. Just putting it through.
Like Walton, yeah? Yeah. 20,000. Sure, no problem. Okay, I'll be in touch. Barclays? Robert Edwards, please.
Bob, it's Richard. I need to talk to you about a loan for a new machine. Can you come over?
Barclays. For anything from a flexible business loan to a commercial mortgage, talk to us.
Great. When you need the money, just let us know.
Back at 18 glorious years
18 years and page 3
of spectacular Sun sport.
You know what I mean, Harry.
Stars of TV, film and pop. Famous Sun front pages. Fancy a sandwich.
Happy birthday.
Birthday diet.
You could lose 18 pounds.
And win 18 cases of Fosters, 18 stereos, 18 years of sports videos, 18 trips to New York. Win a Mini.
The car, not the skirt.
Win a £60,000 dream home.
Happy birthday to the sun.
It's going to be the greatest week of the sport ever.
Liverpool 1-0 up at half-time. Manchester United probably in the dressing room at the moment, having an inquest and wondering what they've got to do to get a goal, Gary.
I would think so. I mean, they've dominated the game completely, and the one attack Liverpool had, and they've gone and scored. It's funny, I was talking to Brian Robson in the week in Yugoslavia, and he was saying that basically they've been playing very well. He thinks they're very strong attacking-wise. They create a lot of chances. And then he says one attacking team's are scoring, and it's happened exactly like that today.
Strange, isn't it? I mean, they have dominated right from the start, and they had a great chance, really, from as early as the 5th minute.
That's right. They've been getting some great balls in, United, and Biv's exceptionally lucky there to hit the post, because he's done everything right. He's headed it down, he's headed it to the floor, and it's just a fraction inch, but that's football, fractions of inches.
Now, it is a tremendous occasion, and I think the players are really responding. I think one of the things we've seen in the first half is the advantage of having players in defence who can really play too, and I think we saw a perfect illustration with the Liverpool goal.
That's right. Alan Hansen, he's a tremendous player going forward. He's probably the most gifted footballer as an actual central defender we've got in Britain, and he put a lovely ball there to Steve McMahon, and John Aldridge is left all alone at the far post, which is perhaps a little bit of an error defensively for United.
Your instinctive remark was that Peter Shilton, in other words, would have saved it.
Well, I don't want to criticise the young lad. I mean, he's very young in the game, but I'm a sort of big Peter Shilton fan, and I think he might have done. But it's difficult. He's been kept with virtually nothing to do the whole game, and then he has to make a difficult save. But I think this isn't the goal. This is another one of the United attacks where Robbo just missed a reasonably good chance there. But that again shows the fact that they are getting in some tremendous centres.
Sort of illustrating too, yes, that there is a lot of width out there. Probably that's why the game is so entertaining, and it is creating chances, because you've got 4 natural wide players.
That's right, and all of them with high quality, of course.
Yes,
all international players. You've got John Barnes, who's in a tremendous spell at the moment. He's been a little bit quiet today, but he hasn't really been given too much of the ball because United have been pressurising so strongly and basically attacking the whole game.
Now, I know you're not old enough to be a manager yet, but if you could put yourself in Alex Ferguson's shoes, what's he going to be saying now?
Well, I would imagine he'll just say, keep playing the way you are, and with a little bit of luck, the goal will come, because they're creating chances. They're not doing a lot wrong.
I mean, there was what just occurred to me near the end there, Clayton Blackmore, which really was an excellent chance.
It was a good chance. Again, they got it out wide. Jesper has had a good first half. Knocks a lovely little ball in there. It's flipped on, and perhaps he should have had a touch first there, but it's always difficult. You sometimes don't think you've got as much time as you can, but if he's stuck it in the back of the net, it's great. But when you miss, you can always do something else. But I'll tell you what, it's half easier here.
Simple, isn't it?
It
yeah.
is.
You scored about 8 in the first half alone. Old Clayton, he can hit them from 30 yards. I think he prefers them further out, doesn't he? Great striker of the ball. Right, it really has been a marvellous first half here at Old Trafford, with Liverpool leading by 1-0. We're going to take a very short break. Back soon.
Fancy another pint of Marksman? Now you're talking.
Transgalactic Enterprises Limited, Managing Director's report 12 Inst. We are holding Earth orbit while our friend from NatWest gets to know our operation.
Well, Mark, how's it going?
Your expansion program's pretty ambitious. And you're investing heavily in new equipment.
Any ideas?
Well, we can tailor a flexible loan for this little lot.
With all these extra personnel we're taking on, that's quite a headache.
Letting NatWest handle the payroll will take a load off your mind.
We're looking for a considerable increase in turnover.
Particularly in alien markets.
Well, taking into account fluctuations in the Arturian megadollar, perhaps?
A currency account.
It would appear rational.
Aye, nowadays they all seem to want company shuttles.
High time you renegotiated your leasing package, I'd say.
Whatever your enterprise, NatWest will get to know it from top to bottom. Only then will we help you take it into the future.
It's been good having you on board, Mark.
Mind if I come along for the ride?
Take us out of orbit.
NatWest Business Service. If you want your business to boldly grow, press for action.
Could you imagine Christmas without a trip to Boots?
New Settlers Tums. Fast, effective indigestion relief in 3 pleasant-tasting fruit flavours.
The scanners are picking up an unusual star collection near Ursa Minor.
Put it up on monitor, maximum magnification.
Curious. There's a hazard warning lamp, a jug kettle, and some pop stars. What are they doing up here?
Oh, you great green buffoon. It's a new gift in the Texaco Star Collection.
Texaco what?
When you buy petrol at a Texaco service station on Earth, you ask for these wee stars. Then you can collect all sorts of star gifts.
Hey, a prawn hair starter. Just what I need.
Pull into Texaco for a little star treatment.
Right. Where's the filler cup? It's gonna be a lovely day.
Welcome back to Old Trafford. Just a tremendous game, which I hope very much you've enjoyed at home. We'll get the views in a moment of Gary Lineker. That's the story then at Old Trafford.
Roger, over and out. Okay, you guys, off your butts. We're pushing on to Carlin.
What? 30 miles through this jungle? On foot? Overnight?
With no chopper cover?
No ammo, no water, no supplies? With enough goons out there to fill the Rose Bowl?
Okay. Strictly volunteers only.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Count us in, Sarge.
Sarge, count me out.
Oh,
Let's
move out.
Your best bet for a fuller flavour.
Carling Black Label.
Mortgages. What kind of place will I be able to afford? Kids. Think of the cost. A bank loan. Maybe I need to borrow some money for a few more kids. And of course there's pensions. insurance. Not to mention holidays with the kids.
Barclays. For mortgages, loans, life assurance, pensions, travel money, investments.
So you're thinking of having a few kids? Take a seat.
Or you could even just use us as a bank.
Make sure it's a Michelin.
Welcome back to Old Trafford. Liverpool still undefeated, although it may sound just a little bit heartless. Manchester United once again failing to capitalise on a game that they dominated, Gary, from start to finish.
Yes, they did. I think Liverpool, apart from the goal, created one other chance. Manchester United played well, didn't really break for them in the box, and I think they'll feel a little bit disappointed, but at half-time they'd perhaps settle for a point, being one down.
Yes, they scored a very good time early in the second half. Let's have a quick look at the top of the First Division as it stands tonight. Arsenal still the leaders, Gary. Now, I haven't seen too much of Liverpool this season, other than televised highlights, etc., but do you see anyone stopping them this season in the Championship?
I think it's still very early, and Liverpool have been very impressive, but to be honest, today I don't think we saw the Liverpool that perhaps played in the earlier part of the season.
No,
Arsenal are winning every game.
Yes.
They're playing tremendously well.
They are.
Of course, I'm going to go side a little bit with Everton as well, because they always start slow and come strong after Christmas. So I think there's a long way to go, yeah.
Gary, let's have a look at the one opportunity that Liverpool really had to score in the second half, and it was courtesy of a mistake by your old mates, Brian Wilson.
Yeah, a very rare mistake from Brian, but it was hooked over there, and I think he didn't spot Craig Johnson. Craig nipped in, and we perhaps criticised the keeper for the goal, but he certainly made a tremendous save there and saved the points for United.
You said that you didn't really fancy Brian playing at the back. You don't think he should be there?
Well, I think he can play there, but to be honest, I think it's too easy for him there because he's so valuable in midfield. In midfield, I think he plays as a striker, as a defender, and as a midfield player. But from the back, can he do that?
So up to the point when he was drafted into an emergency defensive position, he was clearly a contender for man of the match. But who did you give the vote to?
Well, it was difficult today because I thought there were so many good players without anybody really jumping out and catching the eye today. But I thought Norman Whiteside had a tremendous game. I thought his passing was spot on all afternoon. And of course he scored the goal as well just to round it off, so I've gone for Norman.
So Norman's the Barclays Man of the Match award at Old Trafford today, and Norman is down there in the dressing room area with Jim Rosenthal.
Thanks very much indeed, Elton. Yes, Norman, you get the bubbly this weekend. Many congratulations.
Thank you,
but
Jim.
A bit of frustration perhaps at a couple of points thrown away here.
Yes, well, to win championships, I think you've got to win all your home games. And certainly we've been dropping points at home this season. Today, before half-time, I thought we had about 3 or 4 good chances where we could have went in ahead, but unfortunately Liverpool got one in front. But all credit to us, we came back in the second half, and I think we were the better team on the day.
Do you feel, in all honesty, that United are just drawing too many matches to be serious championship contenders then?
I think we are drawing too many, but I wouldn't write us off. There's a long time to go before the end of the season. I think you said about 5 or 6 months. So I wouldn't write us off just yet.
I get the feeling, looking at you out there and looking at you here with the old steam rising, Norman, these are the sort of contests that you really deep down enjoy taking part in.
Yes, well, I think you don't need the manager or anyone to gee up for these games because they're so big games, special games. But everyone was looking forward to the game. I think we didn't let the public down, but we did let our supporters down for not getting the 3 points.
It was your all-round display that got Gary Lineker's approval, your goal that earned United a point here. Just look at it down here, and a suspicion of handball perhaps before it from Kevin Moran. Well, you might see it now. I think it just swings round, and there's just a little suspicion there.
Yes, well, I couldn't see that from there, but it was felt to my weaker foot, and I just got it squeezed it through Bruce Grobbler's legs, the equaliser.
Liverpool, I think you called them the untouchables, didn't you? Do you genuinely feel now anybody can touch them and rob them of the title?
I think we showed today that you can get behind the defence and create chances. Unfortunately today we didn't put the chances away, so my message to the First Division is they are unbeatable, but we were just unfortunate not to beat them today.
Okay, your message is that they are beatable, I would think, not unbeatable.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I thought I'd better pick you up on that one. Norman, thanks for joining us. Well done.
Cheers, Jim.
I could only be an Irishman to say that, wouldn't it? Yeah. But clearly, yeah, well, maybe so, but clearly on the evidence of today, Gary, not unbeatable.
No, I don't think so. Far from it. I think United were exceptionally unlucky not to win. I think it's probably given a little bit of hope for the rest of the First Division.
Do you think, at Norman's point there, a bit of sympathy with the United team, that they are drawing games now, that they should be winning?
Well, that's right. It's just, as I said at half-time, that they are giving the occasional goal away. They've dominated a game. And when you dominate a game, it's important to keep clean sheets as well, and that's perhaps what makes champions. But it's still early in the season. They can tighten up at the back. But you've got to remember, today they finished off without a recognised centre-half. Sure. So they've got injury problems back there. And they must miss Paul McGrath because I think he's a tremendous player.
World-class player. Now, look, it's been a great week for English football, a good climax today. Just a final word on your own personal situation. We've been reading all sorts of reports in the papers over the past week that you may be finishing with Barcelona. Just tell us as quickly as you can what the truth is behind all that.
Well, I go back this evening and I should just try and find my way back into the side. I was left out last game, but we've had a few problems this season. The team's not been playing very well. We've not created many chances, so it's been a little difficult for me. But I'm just going to go back, try and get in the side, but at the moment it's far too early to think about it.
But you don't want to get yourself into a Mark Hughes situation?
Well, of course not. Everybody wants to be playing, and I want to be playing as well. Nobody's got a divine right to be in anybody's side, though.
Have you ruled out the possibility of coming back here at any stage?
I mean, it's early to say. I read this morning that I'm never coming back to England. I'm retiring at the age of 31.
So you're denying that. Gary, thanks for being with us today. It's been great to see you. From all of us here at Old Trafford, bye-bye.
Sunday on YTV, that card, Bruce Forsyth.
We asked 100 strippers. If you did your act on television, would you insist on wearing a mask so you couldn't be recognised? Got to depend where they wore it. Anyway.
Live from the Palladium, Bella and Russ.
It's all me, you know.
Really?
Nothing false anywhere.
I could have sworn there was another couple in there.
Fun and music, Sunday on YTV. And next this afternoon, Julia and Gervais are still pig in the middle in Knights of God after the break.
This is the Black & Decker power file, which files where other files can't, smooths and sands wood, cuts grooves precisely and easily, changes speed for delicate shaping, files metals and plastics, cleans up as it goes. It does more than this lot put together. The power file from Black & Decker. Tough tools for tough jobs.
This is a new lager. It's called Caliber. It's brewed like any other lager, hops, barley, you know, that kind of thing. But then they take all the alcohol out. This seems like a very funny thing to do, until you find out that it's brewed by Guinness. Then you have to take it seriously.
Woman, the one you had breakfast with this morning. She won't be able to make it tomorrow.
Oh?
Yes, she won't be around. In fact, you'll be seeing a lot less of her generally.
How come?
Oh, you know, flying off here, meetings there.
You got the job?
One deal after another.
Great news. What about a car? What do they offer you?
Car? Oh, I think you'll like it, David. Strictly functional. Nothing too excessive.
Renault 25. One of your better decisions.
Benson's bring you all the taste and excitement of American football with new Super Bowl snacks in hot dog and tomato flavor, cheeseburger flavor, and hamburger flavor too. And free with each pack, a Super NFL helmet sticker to collect. There's one for every team. And see packs for this giant Super Bowl snacks poster offer. So take time out for Super Bowl snacks, the greatest crunch of them all. Super Bowl snacks from Benson's.
How does Wendy Miller squeeze 20% more fibre into his high-fibre wholemeal? Simple! A turbocharged windmill!
Oh, what's this?
Oi, stop that. It's shocking and should be banned. It is the spitting image game of scandal, and it's in the shops now. Do not be caught with it, or else.
Hey, if it ain't the hot throb of the 12th grade. Oh, hey, over here, over here. Yeah, hey, you want to dance?
Put life in your equipment. Long life. Ever ready Gold Seal. The heart of the machine.
Over on Channel 4 now, James Mason is exploring the London nobody knows. Here on Yorkshire Television, Julia and Gervais fight for survival in Knights of God.